right. Okay. Hi. Hopefully this works. I'm just getting home. So I want to do this, do it quick, and go to bed because I have a flight in the morning. I'm sure Michelle will be telling me I'm doing something wrong. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to get on. I just got home. And I got a lot to do. Obviously, my phone has been ringing. I've gotten a ton of people calling me about stuff. I'm going to do something else here for a second. So excuse me while this thing shakes a little bit. Okay, while the camera may shake a little bit. Ooh, just as long as it don't fall, I'm good. Okay. Because, oh, Lord. I'm back. I'm just trying to fix some stuff. I'm not going to be able to flip over for anything, Michelle. I can't do it. So if it's not paid, don't worry. I won't never do this again. Because I don't want to even be bothered with it. I have so much I got to do. Um, you guys, hi, and hi. 1 second, 1 second. There you are. I got to get something. Hold on 1 second. While I do, I just ran home in my room. I'm going to do this live right quick. And I gotta go to bed. Cause my flight is super early. And it's super hot in my room right now. I wanna turn off my stuff. Uh, okay. Gosh. Whew. Okay. I've been literally gone all day and I want to get on here really quick because I gotta get up out of town. So, oh, people are saying things. Well, thank you for seeing my side, finally. Okay, so I'll save this video and it'll be up on my YouTube for anybody that wants to see it tomorrow. I've adjusted my camera as much as I can right now. I don't think I could do much more here. That's about as best I can do right now. I'm literally at home on my bed. So I'm going to just answer a couple of really quick questions and then I'm going to go to bed. The first thing is I'm going to address some. I didn't get a chance to talk about the episode last week. I was working, so I didn't even get a chance to do a review or put up a video or anything. I kept wanting to do it, and then every night I'd get home really late. I don't have to talk too much about it because pretty much I've seen a lot of the comments that you guys have said. Kenya, Cynthia, Eva, all sitting at the table last week eating the Cookie Lady's cookies while Tanya sat there. I thought it was fucked up. Oops. Am I supposed to say those? I can't say those kind of words, can I? Okay, I thought it was jacked up, okay, to even do such a thing. I thought they all looked like a bunch of mean girls, period. Tanya's not that kind of girl, like the kind of girl that can really, give you your good read and all that kind of stuff. That's just not who she is. So I thought that was just really jacked up to do something like that. And what Kenya was talking about is Tanya ruining her business doesn't even make sense. Okay, one, she came for Tanya first by trying to bring up information that Paul was cheating at the table amongst the girls. And two, she did the same thing to Marlo. And if you keep watching the show, she does it to Cynthia as well. The same thing that she's accusing Tanya of ruining her business, she did it to Cynthia. And you'll see later this season, she does it to Cynthia. And she's already done it to Marlo. It was just wrong. It was just nasty. The lady who comes and said the table looks thirsty and hungry, and she act like they kissed or held hands, or he bought her meal and drink and asked for her phone number. I mean, literally, she got nothing. So it didn't even make good sense. And she didn't even look cute arriving to the luncheon. So anyway, girl, bye. Um, the next thing I am going to touch on is a couple of rumors that are out there. I did tonight post the question on Twitter to Andy, to ask, to Kenya, and of course, she doesn't have an answer because it's not true. So let me tell you how this goes. When we start our seasons for the Real Housewives, we all negotiate. I don't know what any of these girls are making. I can assume, but I do not know anything. And they don't know what I'm making. They can only assume and go about what they have heard. I've not said anything about any of these things. I've heard that Candy was the highest paid. If she is, great, and that's amazing. I have heard things like, I'm losing money. I'm not losing a dime. Let's be very clear about how this works. How it works is we negotiate, everybody negotiates a number of episodes. Whether you negotiate 10 episodes, 15 episodes, 18 episodes, whatever. When we start our season out, when they come to us saying that we will probably have an 18 episode season. Every season, being the Real Housewives of Atlanta and being as great as we are in ratings, we do well over 18 episodes. So you negotiate it. You negotiate. I negotiated my number of episodes. I am going to get paid for them whether I'm in them or not. Okay, so I haven't lost a dime. And in fact, I'm in every episode that I negotiated, and I will continue to be in episodes. And that has nothing to do with the reunion. If I was in a few more episodes than what I negotiated, that's bonus money for me. But what I negotiated, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my money. I'm happy with the number of episodes. I have not complained about being cut out of anything. Be very clear. That's not what I have complained about. I wondered why I wasn't in the episodes, is what I said, but I wasn't complaining because I did shoot. They could have put me in there if they wanted to put me in there, but they didn't put me in some of the episodes. In the beginning of the season, I was not shooting. I was still in negotiations while these girls were shooting. So that is one of the reasons why I wasn't in the first couple of episodes. If I am being phased out of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I do not know anything about that. Bravo has not contacted my team and told us anything of the sort. And if I am being phased out, sorry about that. And if I am being phased out of the show, then I'm being phased out of the show. Bye bye. My time has been real. See you later. So I'm not tripping. I've been here a very long time. I've had a great time. I've heard things like they're phasing out the OGs. I don't know what for. If they're phasing them out in other cities, that's their problem. The OGs over here don't look no older than the ones that are supposed to be young. I mean, I don't see it anywhere. And in our cast, most of us are very much of age and very close to age. So, we don't have any babies on our cast at all. So, I mean, I don't see that. And I certainly wouldn't see them trying to phase out based off age. A, that would be discrimination, okay, first off. And B, you got to show me my age, first of all, in order for me to know it, okay, honey? There's plenty of girls on this show who have aged and still aging. And so, the episode tonight, when I meet up with Cynthia. When I met up with Cynthia, this is the real, for real, for real. No lies, no nothing, because I really don't do that. So I'm just telling you the real truth. It's very hard for me sometimes to express how I feel. That's just, I don't know what that is. It's just, and I honestly can't control it. It's just hard for me to sometimes express how I feel One, it's also very hard for me to ask for help from people. I'm usually the person that gives the help, so I don't really know how to ask for help. I am a total giver, so it's hard for me to receive. So when I went to meet with Cynthia, honestly, it took a lot for me to mentally get in a headspace where I wanted to go and sit with Cynthia. Once I got to that place where I thought it was worth sitting with her and getting some sort of closure, I went genuinely, I went opened, because I can definitely be closed. I went for answers and I was for real because I really love this person. She was one of the closest people to me. After this friendship with her, I honestly don't think that I will be able to trust anybody else again. So I I don't know. It was a very difficult thing for me to do. I felt that I'm just speaking for that moment. I remember leaving, calling Gregg and telling him that, you know, I was sitting down talking to Cynthia. She was across from me, and I felt like I was almost talking to a stranger. She was so combative and so like ready to snap or acting like we about to have a read session. Like who is this person? Like that's not how we've ever had a friendship. I've never had that kind of friendship with her ever. I've never had a friendship with her where I was the leader in some sense and she was my pet. We've never ever had that kind of friendship. As far as I knew, we had a genuine friendship. And that's how I received it, as a genuine friendship. And I talked to a lot of people that were around me, just asking, should I talk to her? Should I not? And a lot of people are giving me great advice, like, you should go and you know, get closure and see what you guys can do. People around me would say things like, I like you guys together. I would love to see you guys have your friendship back. So I went, you know, for real, just really going and really trying to see where this could go. Even after talking to my life coach, I was trying to do some of the things that she asked me to do. Uh, and again, I'm saying all this to you because I I just don't do stuff like that. So it was difficult for me to do that, and I did it genuinely. And a lot of things that we talked about were seemed to be not a lot. A couple of things were cut out. I guess they just didn't make sense, or they just didn't want to put them in. But what you see is what you got. And I really do hate that we don't have a friendship. I honestly missed our friendship. And every time I spoke about it, I spoke truthfully. Honestly, when I sat there and I said I did one interview, that's the only one they can continue to show you is the one with me sitting there in the red dress and a ponytail talking to that one girl. There's not another video that they can pull up and show you. Because if they could, trust me, they would. There was just none to do that. She had done 7 or more interviews saying so many things. And I honestly was crushed by them because when we were friends, we have had the conversation like you might have with your friend. If y'all break up one day, you know how you gonna still, if you break up, you gonna go your way and I'm gonna go mine. So we've had that kind of conversation where we would never be that type of friend when we break up with each other. If we were to ever break up with each other, we would not be anywhere slandering or talking about each other, dogging each other out because we've had such a long friendship. So a lot of people had those kind of conversations with their friend, and she and I had that kind of conversation. And but I mean, she did not hold true to that. She definitely had did several interviews saying a lot of different things. And then she would go out and say in her interview, NeNe's out doing a lot of interviews talking about me. It was like, no, that's what are you doing? That I'm not doing any interviews. And for some of you guys that are commenting, supporting me, and I appreciate your support. A lot of you guys were saying things like, "Yeah, NeNe is talking about her. NeNe is this. NeNe is a bad friend. NeNe did it. I was never a bad friend." And that's why I was confused. And another thing, if you are doing something to somebody, they need to tell you that you're doing it. I I definitely don't intentionally go around trying to do something to somebody. We never had that kind of friendship. We just don't. But it's interesting as I watch her friendship with Kenya. It has been very interesting to watch. Um, it's been very interesting to watch. One thing I have noticed about their friendship is that no matter what Kenya does to Cynthia, Cynthia is very quick to forgive her in 5 seconds. Now, I've never done, I don't recall doing things to Cynthia the way that she's having her relationship with Kenya. Um, I know that Kenya's done lots of things, and she says, I'm sorry. And Cynthia immediately is like, okay, okay. Now, one thing, if you guys are paying attention, and I'm certainly not on her side, but Kenya definitely has called out Cynthia a couple of times. And I'm just going to remind you of one in particular. Kenya said to Cynthia that you pretty much blindsided me. You didn't tell me that you went over to talk to Tanya to try to smooth things over. Okay. I'm just learning this. So that's the same stuff that Cynthia did with me last year. She didn't tell me. She blindsided me. She go and do little sneaky stuff behind your back and then be sitting in the corner like, oh, I would never do anything like that. When you really are doing that kind of stuff. And I saw it when she went to go and sit with Tanya early on. I said to myself immediately without even knowing, she ran to Tanya to try to make Tanya believe that she's innocent. She has nothing to do with this. All along, she was leaving her good friend Kenya out to dry. And then Kenya had to call her out. I'm just saying. That's kind of the stuff she do. But I'm still never going to be out here really dragging her. I'm not going to really do that. I did say the word weak, but I honestly think weak and the word toxic friend is two very, very different things. And as people like to say, you can't tell me whether to bring a gun or a knife to the fight. Okay, so you brought your gun and I had a razor. Okay, I got it. Understood. So anyway, that's the type of friendship that she's currently having. I wish them well. I hope they stay friends forever and ever and ever. I don't see it though. I really don't see it. Tonight, something interesting happened. A friend of mine texted me and said, how interesting is it that none of the girls, quite a few of the girls didn't post tonight to tune in to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Pretty much because it was the episode that you are on and they did not post tune in. Now, okay, so I post tune into the Real Housewives of Atlanta whether I'm on the episode or not. Because at the end of the day, we all work on the show. It's a cast. Everybody want to continue to eat. So, you just post about the show. It's just a way of promoting the show. So they didn't post. 4 of them did not post tonight. And then one came back and posted around about a little after 8:15 or something like that. but they wasn't posting to promote the show. And I think of it as they're not posting because the episode was all me and they don't want the ratings to spike when I'm on, so they don't post. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You would really think that I stole one of their babies. Now I'm serious. You would think that I stole one of their babies. Like I'm like an evil, evil person or something. Like it's really insane. It really is insane. So, but that's what I have been dealing with over here with this group. I feel like it's been a lot of maliciousness against me. The other thing that's really funny that a lot of people ask me about, they ask me why haven't I been on Andy's show? That's a great question for Andy. If I'm not on, I'm not on. I'm not tripping. I'm not calling. I'm not begging. I'm not wanting to be. I'm not anything. I'm only asking the question, trying to answer the questions that you guys are asking me. And so I don't know why. I'm sure I'll appear sooner or later, and it doesn't matter to me. I find it to be interesting that I work for a network, I work on a show, and they are not sending me out to do any publicity for the show that I am on. Yes, you see me doing publicity, but that's through my personal team, not through the network that I work for. I saw somebody asking that Bravo did not invite you to BravoCon. Lies. I have a ton of emails that I can show you where they asked me to come a million times. Okay. So I was invited to BravoCon. I had something else on my schedule and I could not be there. But it's so strange how everybody is concerned about me not being at BravoCon. And why weren't they worried about why Candy wasn't at BravoCon? Oh, she had an excuse. Her surrogate was pregnant. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Okay, so New York and Atlanta are pretty close together. It's a very short flight from New York to Atlanta, so it's not like she was headed to BravoCon on the West Coast. But okay, you know, I know the rules do apply differently for me than they do for others. I have worked on many sets since I started this. As you guys know, I've been on Glee for a number of years. I did The New Normal. I've done Dancing with the Stars. I've done Celebrity Apprentice. I've been on Cinderella on Broadway. I've been in Chicago on Broadway, which, by the way, as the first housewife to be on Chicago, I obviously opened up some doors for other women to come on Chicago, like Candy and the Beverly Hills Housewife. So that's currently on. So I've done, I mean, I can't tell you how many sets I've done. I'm blanking myself. A ton of talk shows I've been on and a ton of shows I've guest starred on. I've never had an issue on any set I've ever been on, ever. I've always shown up when I was supposed to because, for one reason why, is because I know the stigma that being on a reality show gives you. So whenever I've been booked to do anything, I go above and beyond to be there on time. And I'm not that on time, but I go above and beyond to be on time, and I'm on time when I arrive to any set that I have to do. And I don't ask for anything other than water, maybe every now and then in my check when we're done. I don't ask for food. I don't ask for help. I don't ask for anything, okay? So, this is the only set, Real Housewives, where it appears that someone is trying to make it appear that I am some sort of difficult talent. This group of girls have all had issues with one another. No one person more than the other. Everybody's had issues with everybody. If you've been on this show, you have had issues with everybody. And everybody has had them. I think I stick out more or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my blonde hair. I don't know. But I know the rules apply differently. I don't know. I do sometimes feel like I might be a threat to some certain people. And they're afraid that, I may skyrocket in some sort of way. Um, a lot of people were asking about me hiring Lisa Bloom. Um, yes, I have hired Lisa Bloom. I am not going to go into details as to why. Um, she is on my team. There are a lot of things that we're investigating at the moment that does pertain to certain work situations. Um, but, I won't speak any further than that. Um, so, yeah. Let's see. Is there any questions I should answer right quick? I hate answering these questions because sometimes y'all be asking hard questions. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Bravo done you wrong. Every show Kenya talks about you. How are you? So are you and Portia cool? Me and Portia's cool as far as I know. We text every now and then. And so I think we cool. I actually like being friends with Portia. When we're good, we're good. When we bad, we're bad. But I actually like we have a lot of great laughs together. So somebody put Andy as a snake. Kenya is miserable. Oh my God, I'm scared of these questions. Oh my God. How is Gregg? Gregg is doing great. I heard his feet trying to pedal up this way a few minutes ago, and he probably heard me doing a video, so I know he did a U-turn, so he can't be on this video. But Gregg is doing really good. He looks really good too. He looks healthy. He's at a great weight. Yeah, he looks amazing. Wendy Williams. What about Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams and I are cool. We're still friends. Um, we're good. We're in a good place. I talked to Wendy and texted with her a couple days ago. We talked about All-Star Weekend. Obviously, I wasn't able to attend that, but we are good. Um, I love you and Greg together. Thank you. We've been together a long time. How are you and Kim? I haven't seen Kim in a long time, really. I don't know the last time I've seen her. Might have been the last time we sat at the same reunion together, but we have texted a few times, and everything seems to be good between us. I think me and Kim are always good as long as we don't work together. We work together, then no, we don't. No, I don't know what happened. We won't work out. How do I get my teeth so white? I have veneers. Thank you. Okay. Oh, my son Brent has his channel, King, King, Brent, Brent. Go subscribe to his channel. He's into cars. He loves to do this whole pimp my ride thing, but he's also going to be doing a rumor control on his YouTube, which will be featuring me. So whenever there's rumors, he and I are going to sit down and talk about them, and he's going to have them on his channel. So subscribe now if you can. And I think a room and control video is going up on Brent's channel next week. Yeah, this week, not next week, this week. Today's Sunday. I forgot this week. So Brent will have a video up of he and I talking. About a lot of rumors and things that are always out here, and rumors with the show and rumors with just different things. So that'll be on King, Brent, Brent channel. Go and subscribe there for him. Okay, and guess what? My son will be 21 this week. 21. That's amazing. He's finally effing 21. Finally. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with Brent this week. Okay, Nene, is it possible that you will have your own show? You know, it's weird that it's it's weird that I haven't had my own show. So many people ask me. It's so funny. It's so weird. Um, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do know having your own show, it is a lot of work. and you got to make that thing work. I think I have not been offered a show of my own. If you're speaking of me and my family, which we have a lot of excitement over here, and and there's a lot to be said over here. Obviously, if they go out and do press and only talk about me, wonder what they would do. They have my whole family to talk about. It's a lot to talk about over here. I don't know. I think me not having my own show has been due to certain people not wanting me to have a show. And I'm not sure why that is. The crazy thing is, a whole cast over here. Now, I mean, anybody with eyes can see. There's a whole cast over here. And these girls are not dumb girls, okay? Obviously, all of these girls, like myself, have had many people to come to us asking us to produce different projects. I know I'm not the only person they get approached about that. I know many of these girls have had TV show ideas. I have a ton of them. People come to me all the time about show ideas. I have gone to people. I have gone to my production company. I have gone to Bravo about different show ideas. Why only one person over here get to do a show every season after our show? It's weird, because certainly these are smart women, and they're not just all sitting here not wanting to do anything themselves. I've had a wedding show. Candy's had a wedding show. Portia had a baby show. But, there's other girls over here with business ideas and things like that. So to me, it looks really shady for one person, season after season after season, gets a show, and none of these other girls get to do anything. And it certainly isn't by choice. It is definitely a reason why someone would be trying to hold you back from not doing something. It feels like somebody is afraid that you will be bigger than they are. A threat, basically, which is so ridiculous and so thirsty of them. It makes no sense to me. I think it's enough for everybody to go around and eat, unless you're 5'10" and a half with long blonde hair like this, eyes looking like this. I mean, what are you worried about? Go out and do your own thing, and don't worry about what somebody else is doing. But you know what? I always go back to this: you never win when you play dirty. So that's why